And we're back with another video. So, these last few days, this last week or so, all I see and hear is more people coming in, more people making videos of, immigrants saying that the United States is their country now. You're watching politicians sell us out, straight out. I mean, I'm looking at all the people in Congress right now that are out here upset because drug dealers are being blown out of the water. So it's obvious that, right away here comes the defense. This is how you could always tell the ones that are corrupted and that are involved with all these criminals, because they're right there protecting them. But I never seen any of them, including Schumer there, that actually made the law way back then about blowing people out of the water that dealt drugs and all that before he was bought. You know what I mean? So that was a different story then, right? Now it's something else, because now he belongs to these people that pay him money. That's how these people become rich. So, basically now in America, we as American citizens are in a lot of trouble, even though we don't realize it. A lot of people, I don't think, really realize what's going on here. So think about it like this. Now, look what happened with Tim, right? Tim Pontin there. Now, they figured out that already billions of dollars are stolen, this and this and that. Ain't going to jail. All these other politicians that are out here representing criminals, they ain't going to jail neither. People committing treason straight out on TV and everything, they're not going to jail. So if the true Americans of this country are waiting for politicians to do anything like that, you're sadly mistaken. That's never going to happen. Now, here's the thing. The reality and the problem with that is this. We as Americans are left to our own to figure this out. Politically, forget it. Democratic, gone. Republican Party, going down the same line. What's happening here is most likely the globalists are starting to maybe tell them, look, we're winning this and we are going to have global domination. And it is going to be a reset, and these people are all going to be our slaves worldwide and everything else, and we're conquering them country by country. The United States might be last, but it's definitely going down, is what they told them, most likely, right? So you either jump on this bandwagon of betrayal and go against your country and your people and join us, or you're going to be on the losing end of this when it goes down, and you guys are going to have to be with them, when we imprison them. So basically, even though Americans are not paying attention right now, and I'm going to tell you, conservatives, we have to do something. We cannot wait for a government to do anything for us. They're not going to do it, man. They are not even going to put none of these people in prison. We've seen the crimes. We've seen it. They won't do it, and they're not going to. You see Bondi there? Bondi's just got a stack of crap sitting on her desk. She ain't doing that. None of them are going to do that. So now, I got no problems with Trump. I'll vote for him again. The problem is they're all playing obstacle with this man. It should have been that he had it all. All these bills that he put out there, they could have easily just all of them went through, but they didn't go through. They didn't go through because our own side is holding them back. So these guys are flipping the script on us as a people and as a nation. Now, let me tell you something. I'm not telling you that we have to go apeshit or go crazy or even go violent. But at some point, just like all these immigrants are here parading around with their flags and all that shit in our country. I mean, look at that. You got all these Muslims walking down main streets and things like that with big Palestinian flags and all that. Dude, this is the United States of America. This would have never been allowed before the corruption kicked in this country. It would have never gone down that way. That's why it never was that way before. But now it's gotten to a point where all these politicians have done all of this to us because we got comfortable and we let them. Listen, if we lose our country, it isn't because of the politician. It'll be because of us. Because we failed ourselves. But we have to stop this. We have to figure this out. We have to stop relying on other people to fix our problem. This is only our problem. And it won't be the first time the citizens of this country have had to fight for it and for our freedoms and to preserve our country. And it's not going to be the last. So at this point, all I'm saying is we got to get off of this political realm and start talking to each other about what we're going to do here. We have to get out. We have to get out of it. Never mind the political shit that they are not going to stop this. Look at Tim. Isn't he busted already? All those people, you think they don't know who took all that money? Sure they know. You think they're going to arrest him? Hell no, they're not. Dude, you even now in his town, in Tim's state there, you even got cops that are Somalians, dude. Now we got police departments from other countries in the United States. I mean, we had Chinese police departments here too. And people just act like this is not really happening, right? So nothing is going to happen unless we change it. If we as the nation do not change this, nothing will happen. Nothing is going to happen. And if you're sitting there thinking it is, you're wrong. And you could see it straight out. There is no bullshit about that. So, as Americans, we truly have to come together and do what we have to do in order to solve this problem. We're not going to be able to do this from afar. That is not going to happen. We are not going to do this by making videos all day. This video right here that I'm making is hoping that some people will share it, talk about it, try to come to some kind of conclusion to understand that what I'm telling you is the truth. We have no way out of this. We're losing our country fast, and it's happening quickly in front of us. They're breaking us financially. They keep rising the prices because we are not united. We are not united and tell the utility people, we don't want to pay that. You must bring that down. And they will, or they're going to have to deal with the consequence of that. It's that simple. What are the consequences? Your business will sink. Doesn't necessarily mean that we're talking about violence. We can break all these people. We can break them all if we wanted to. Every big timer, every big store, anything, just like we did with Bud Light. See how easy that was? We can break the rest of it too. But we must come together and stop this. And you know what? We must definitely get up on Washington and make the government prosecute the people for treason. I don't care. Hang them. Do whatever you got to do. The law is there. The Constitution says if you commit treason, you could be hung. Hang the bastards. Why not? Why not? Isn't this what they wanted? When they took that money, they should have thought about that. That's not my problem. So now you got all these people in Congress over there arguing about drug dealers, but none of them have ever said anything about the people and the hundreds of thousands of Americans that have died on those drugs, on that fentanyl shit. None of them represent that. But they're all hell-bent about drug dealers being blown out of the water. Everything that they argue about is against the American people. And they're all taking the sides of illegals. They're all taking the sides of other countries and the investors that put money into them to get whatever they want from the people, right? The laws that they want instilled and everything else. How many of us know that Nancy Pelosi is an inside trader? We know that. The guy, I forget his name, the guy that's the best at figuring out stocks and what investments are the best. I forget his name right now, but she actually did better than that guy. And we all know that Nancy Pelosi is nothing but a drunk, right? But she even topped him. Now you see Elon Musk here? Now Elon Musk is being threatened by the UK, by all these people, Australia, talking about, oh, he's out there allowing people to spread propaganda and hatred. There's no hatred. Hatred to them is telling the truth. Hatred to them is to say that the politicians of those countries have sold out their people and their country for money because they think they're going to have high positions when this new world order that the globalists are going to, little do they know that they're all just going to be shot. None of those people are going to be part of that. The globalists don't share. They don't share their parts. They only use you like the monkey that you are. So just because Elon won't fold, now it's all about him, that his X platform is nothing but hatred. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So he put that platform up there. We talk about it. We can speak back and forth about everything. And they got a problem with that. Again, anything that's against the domination of the globalists that pay these people, the ones that sold themselves out in their country and everything, even their own mothers and fathers, they sold out pretty much, right? So all these people, now you got this dude and his wife that's here from England talking about, oh, we're leaving the United States. We'll go the fuck home. Nobody cares. Ain't nobody ask you that. Ain't nobody ask you to come to the States neither. All these people making videos talking about, oh, I'm leaving the country. Do what you got to do. Why are you announcing it? Like we care. I don't. I don't even know you. I didn't even know you existed until you made a video saying you were leaving the country. That's how irrelevant you really are. But, and then you got all these people, Rubio and all these other people, Ron Paul. You saw real quick when Ron Paul sold out. Right away, he's talking like the puppet, right? So all these people now are against Trump and all this other crap, blaming Trump for the lies. Listen, I'm going to tell you something, and I'm going to be honest with you. And every fool knows this. That 8 years of Obama and that 4 years of Biden and them people printing trillions and trillions of dollars is why our country's fucked economically. Why the inflation is so high? Because of that printing of the money. Because inflation could only be caused by the government printing money. Everybody knows this with a common sense. But they wait, right, until Trump's in office and now they want to blame him for this tragedy. Everybody knows that those people did that. Most of the people in this country, right, know all these things to be true. But let me tell you something. As an American, if you think that you're just going to hang out here and none of this and everything is going to be okay, it's not going to be okay. Does it look like it's okay to you? States, one after the other, are being invaded by enemies. You've seen what happened in the UK. What do you think? It's not happening here? Of course it is. This is the beginning. It's happening here. You know what I mean? All these people have committed all kind of crimes. Let's just say, talk about Omar, whatever her bullshit name is, right? That Somalian skank. That woman there, right, supposedly got here by falsifying this and that, married her brother and all that. Isn't that enough back in the day to get you thrown your ass out of here for fortifying lying and all this shit to the federal government, get thrown out? It ain't gonna happen. Listen, tomorrow they can come up and say, yo, every politician here, here's a piece of paper that says that these guys sold themselves out to George Soros and the globalists, and here's the receipts. And not one of them will go to jail. You know why I say that to be true? Because Elon Musk showed all of us what happened to our money, how our money got stolen, and not one of them is in jail. And you think that something's coming? So it's two things. Is either we stop talking shit and give our country to them and forget about our country being whatever it's going to ever be again, or we do something about it. There's no middle here. There's no middle ground anymore. And like I said, this is not about violence. It's about knowing and seeing things for what they really are. The situations we find ourselves in. Now, I'm not telling you that if we get pushed to war, we won't go to war. Because I know at that point, none of us are going to give two shits. And it's just going to be, let the strong survive. That's it. And we're just going to rip through this country. And I understand that. And I get that. But they're going to push us there. And it is going to happen. Right? But the way I look at it is, if we use our brains, we can beat these people without even shooting one gun, without having that war, and by keeping the collateral damage to our country to a minimal. And all we got to do is come together. We need to stop talking. We need to start talking to each other as a nation. We follow each other on X all the time. We need to start personally talking to each other and start figuring out the way we're going to approach this situation and what we're going to do. Listen, this is not going to be sorted out by the government. There is no hope in that. We tried that and it didn't work out, and it's not going to work out. And we know this because now even police departments have gone rogue. You know, you even got this dude, the police chief up there talking about, oh, don't worry, it doesn't matter if you're illegal here. You can call the police department. We'll come out and you're not going to be in trouble. We're not involved with ICE and we don't care about that and this and this and that. So when you got supposedly a law enforcement that does not enforce law and is part of the criminal element, how far have we gotten as a nation to that point? And this is why the disarming of our country has always been a big deal, because this has always been on the table. Always. Always. You know what I mean? So, in the end, we have to figure this out. There's really nothing to figure out. Listen, all the podcasters out here can say all they want. And everything I'm telling you right now, you ain't changing those facts. That's the truth. So my only question is, what are we going to do? We have to get this over with. This has to end. Sooner will be better to avoid casualties, too many casualties. They've brought in their military into the United States. And the military they brought in was all military age men that came here, brought in from around the whole world into our nation. You understand? Without vetting, none of that. They just let them in. They didn't care. That was for a reason. And what do you think that reason is? You really don't think that those people are here for that? Oh, they're here for their war. And we're going to respond. But let's not allow this thing to get any further than it already is. We as a nation must stand. Stop talking. Stop posting. Let's stand and end the game. Think I'm bullshitting? There's no lie. There's no lie to this. This is real. This is really happening. So the best thing we could do is literally look out for each other and stay with each other, unite as a people. If we stay divided and all we're going to do is worry about what we want to worry about and only care about the things that we want to do and be selfish and only think of ourselves as individuals, no way we're going to stand. None of them are. All the enemies of the United States that are here chanting death to America, all the enemies of America that are here laughing at us, telling us that we're a bunch of idiots, that they are just laying around their houses taking our money and there ain't shit we could do about it. All those people that came here talking like that, and what are we doing about it? Besides talking shit online. Yeah, that's the problem. They came and they're doing something. We're here and we ain't doing shit. So, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Look at Bondi. Throw her ass out of there. Fired. That's it. Just get rid of her right away. Right away. Get somebody that will prosecute. If you want to still push the envelope with the government. But we're not doing any of that. We're not even doing that. We're just writing things, making shit up as we go along. Blah, blah, blah. That's it. We're not doing anything else. So I ask you, my American brothers and sisters, how far are we going to go? Were you going to go as far as like one day they're just going to be like, we're just going to take your country. We're going to say, okay, here's the keys to the house. Here's everything. Here's my property. Here's all my shit. And a lot of people think that that's far-fetched. It ain't far-fetched. The idiots are telling you they're going to take your shit to your face. So what are we going to do? Do we end it or what? We must end this or they're going to end us as a nation. And that's no lie. That's the truth. They've destroyed everything else that they've touched like locusts. Everywhere they go, they destroy everything. Everything. Nothing stands. It's like a disease that lands there and it just kills everything. You understand? Now they're here telling you what we could eat, what we can't eat, what we should do, what we should do. I don't know, man. I just don't understand. I think America's still sleeping, if you ask me. That's what I really think. I think my brothers and sisters are still asleep. And they're too comfortable in their homes and in their lives. So they're not paying too much mind to this, but your comfort is abruptly going to be disturbed. It's going to be disturbed big time. If we as a nation don't rise, it's going to be the end of our America as we know it. It's going to be the end of our way of life. We, let them say whatever the hell they want. We are not going to be told that because we speak the truth, we're white supremacists, we're racist, we're Islamophobic, we're gay-phobic, we're this, that. I don't give a crap about none of those names. Don't be ashamed about anything. We know what's right and we know what's the truth. And to allow other people to tell us different is a foolish thing for us to do. Don't shut your mouth. Open it wide. Speak your mind. Say what you want to say, just like they do. America, please. Please, I'm pleading with you. We must start talking to each other. We have to fix this. This is not going to go away. It's just getting worse every day. Like I said, even the president being there wanting to help us, they're not going to do this. He has too many enemies right there next to him. You know what I mean? I don't know. The thing is, I don't have the answer. I know that the only answer in the end is going to be when we're desperate, is we're going to go to war. But I really don't think that the war, or that war that's coming, right? I think that we could avoid that whole war by using our brain. We're smarter than these dumbasses. We're smarter than these politicians. We're smarter than the globalists. The globalists are just scumbag pedophiles. They're nobody. They're just evil. We know what evil is. But they don't know us as Americans, do they? We need to do something. We need to do this fast with urgency. We have to do this. They're already getting ready, talking about when the tables turn, they're going to start convicting. They're going to put people in jail. Is that what you're waiting for? What you going to do? Fight by yourself? You're going to wait till they come to your house and do what? And do what? Even if you have 100 guns, what are you going to do? You're just one person. And you can only shoot them one at a time. What are you going to do? If we're not united, we're dead in the water. This is not about just a few people. Oh, they talk about, we're going to eliminate the white race. Listen, let me tell you something about race in America. They turned it into this whole racism thing, but in truth, America is not like that. There's racism in everybody all around the world. But it isn't as severe as they made it to be. So here's the thing. Americans, right, have always coexisted together, and we are multiple cultures, all that live in this nation. We're legally here. We're doing the right thing. We do what we got to do. We're born here, whatever the case may be, right? So here's the thing. When people from outside say we're going to kill the white man in America, they don't realize that an American patriot like me, even though I'm Puerto Rican, I'm going to fight with them. You know why? Because I don't give a fuck that they're white. What I do know is that that's my American brother and sister. That is what I care about. I don't give a shit about your color. You're an American, you're my brother and sister. That's it. As far as you fake Americans, I don't give a shit about you. Don't matter where you go, if you leave the country, do what you got to do. But as far as the we the people, the real we the people, nope. We are one people, and we always have been. And because of that unity, no one's ever been able to take us down. If we lose that edge now, we're dead. We are dead. The most famous saying is, united we stand, divided we fall. And this right here that we're in right now is exactly that. And this won't be the first time that we, the people of this country, have to fight for our country and our way of life. I'm getting tired of being robbed for my money, taxed to death for our money, utilities, food, all of that. We can stop all that shit. I don't give a fuck who started it. The point is, the shit's got to end, and it will. If we take our place and we do what we have to do, this ends. It can end in a matter of days. But while we're divided talking shit online, ain't gonna stop a damn thing like that. Not one. So, something to think about, my fellow Americans. With that, I'll close out this video. God bless America. God bless you, patriots. Till the next video. Keep your eye on the ball. Follow. Thanks.